Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be planning in my Aura Estelle A5 wide planner using this kit called Hogsmeade. I did buy the printable version of this kit, so this is PlannerPixie Co. And I did print it myself, so any issues with paper, those are my issues. So this kit came out recently. I absolutely loved it. It was stunning, and it works perfectly for this week because we actually had a snow day this week. So I actually finished watching the Fantastic Beasts series for the first time. So I thought this was like very appropriate. I went back and forth about moving it to a different day, but all in all, I think it's going to be really fun. There were lots of extras that came with this kit, but sorry, that was my Siri. Thought it was talking to me. This tall box is why I purchased it from PlannerPixie Co. because I wanted the late great Dame Maggie Smith in the box. I'm also a Hufflepuff, and then I love this hippogriff. So I'm gonna have a hard time figuring out which ones to use. I also, to go with it, got this bundle from Plannahannah called Wizard. This foil is Sunset Hollow, and I thought it would go really, really well with all the dark browns in this kit. So these are the headers. They're just so fun. Snitches and brooms. This is her standard bundle. And then we have the quote that said, "We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is what part we choose to act on." And then there are all these amazing quotes in here. "You're a wizard, Harry. Fame clearly isn't everything. I checked this out weeks ago for a bit of light reading. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. You're a little scary sometimes, curious, very curious, and troll in the dungeons." These are all from the first film, so that's pretty cute. And then these are the underlays that came with the kit. She actually has a ton of Harry Potter underlays, and there's actually a Wizard Christmas that I think was intentionally supposed to go with this. But to be honest, I didn't use it during Christmas time, so I didn't want to get a bunch of Christmas quotes for a kit that I was planning to use in January. That makes no sense. All right, so now I am going to speed things up to lay down the base, and I will come back in a voiceover.
All right, so let's get into it. Thanks again for joining me for another Plan With Me. This was one of my most anticipated kits that I was excited to do. So you can see those underlays are just stunning. The ring light camera is a little intense, so it's causing quite a reflection on that foil, but I think it also shows it off really, really well. So for this setup, I decided to do it by column. So I'm putting all of the headers down in one column, and then I'm doing all the underlays and going up like that. This is the second week of January, first full week of January technically, and I was watching a lot of the Harry Potter movies. I was doing Fantastic Beasts technically, not Harry Potter, but I thought this actually worked out really well. We also had a snow day this week, and so it just tied everything together perfectly. Um, and yeah, I did end up using an extender. I sort of did it by accident, and then this I regretted later the way I put this down. Um, but because it actually folded over a little funny, especially with all of the overlays I continued to add to it. But anyway, yeah, so that was the second half of the week. And then I really loved this plaid pattern. This was so cute, and this was PlannerPixie Co.'s version of this was the only one I saw that used this plaid pattern this way. So that's sort of what made me decide. The other deciding factor was that the tall box was Dame Maggie Smith, and if anyone deserves a tall box, it is Dame Maggie Smith. So RIP. Um, this was my first full week back from winter break. At this point in the week, so on Monday, I was still by myself. My husband was still in New York, and then he flew back on Tuesday, and that sort of kicked off like the next set of normalcy. Um, but yeah, it was really jarring to be in this big house by myself for a week. And I think I had just sort of started getting used to it. And then of course he came back. So that's how the that's how things roll, right? Um, but yeah, this was a really fun week to plan for, and uh, I really loved putting everything down. I'm sorry that I'm not zoomed in more. Uh, oh, this is me making a second extender. I think that's my clue. If I need to make two extenders, it's probably a sign that I should have turned this into a 4 or 5 day spread and not a weekly spread. But that's okay. I'm still trying to figure it all out. So that quote on the bottom says, "We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is what part we choose to act on," which is so great. And I can't recall if that is a direct quote from the book and the film or just the film. So there is my tall box. I'm obsessed with her. She looks so great. I decided to use the Hufflepuff scarf feature because I am actually a Hufflepuff. Somebody told me about a really funny version of the houses that they called themselves House Curious, where they might represent actually more than one house. And I was like, that's not how the movie or book works. But anyway, uh, I'm trying to play with the spacing here because I wanted to use all three and I needed to spread it all out. But I decided to put Not Chill Harry up at the top. um, so yeah, this was really fun. And I didn't have any deco to print with this kit. So that ended up working out because I feel like there was so much going on that I didn't actually need it on the top, especially because I had the date covers. Um, all right, so then I just put down the numbers that came with the kit. And by the way, I sped this up 500 times the speed. So I spent a lot of time setting up this base, and I was really, really proud of it because there were just so many components to it. Whenever you have a bundle, um, the foil bundle, it's just fun to mess around with it. So I had all these quote boxes, and I was really I kept showing off the base because I thought it looked so cool. I was struggling to figure out which quotes needed to go where, and I'm sorry that you can't see what I'm doing. Again, this is still a new to me Ring camera, and I'm trying to figure out, you can't really see what you're looking at unless you're looking right at the camera. So I'm sorry about that, but I did put "You're a Wizard, Harry" on top of Harry. It's a little on the nose, but that's okay. And then on top of the sweaters, I put the quote, "It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends." That is a Dumbledore quote. And then on Ron, I put, "You're a little scary sometimes." That's what he says to Hermione. On the candy, I put, what does it say? "It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live." Another Dumbledore quote. There was no Dumbledore in this art, which I think is interesting. And I think that's because it's a Hogsmeade thing and you never see Dumbledore in Hogsmeade, but and then Hermione got the quote, "I checked this out weeks ago for a bit of light reading." Planner people who make the art and people who make like all the bundles, this is for you, Hannah. I would like to formally request a Hermione forward kit with like a wizard reading bent and maybe highlight the books, not just the movie art, but the book art and the original Grand Mary, the artist, Grand Pré, because her art is incredible. And I know that there's a huge overlap between the reading community and the planner community. Huge overlap. So just something to keep in mind for future ideas. Please do it. It would be amazing. If I could commission art for that, I definitely would. Oh my gosh, so you can see all of the Sunset Hollow. This is really fun. Okay, so I forget what I'm doing here. Oh, I started to put the flags on this because I was doing the plan with me. And I recently just opened an Instagram for this account because I wanted to show close-up pictures of the base and things like that. So I started to do that and then I stopped to take pictures, and I've yet to upload those. So in the day by day, Monday I got some coffee and then I did do speech therapy. That coffee cup is from Crafty Banana. That other speech therapy is from Beautiful Mess Plans. I did have to do an observation for that. So today, I did that after I did my therapy. And then I came home and I had my own therapy, and I used the little deco from the kit, from the foil bundle, the little Harry Potter thing there. So underneath I forgot actually that I had the extender. This is not the first time that I've done this. So you're going to see me plan for the rest of the day. So I did take a shower. Um, I did start some new medication, which I forgot to mark there. I just forgot to write the script in. And then I started reading Fourth Wing, which was so good. And I got it on Kindle Unlimited, and I was very excited to just try it. And I didn't know how I was going to receive it because some fantasy is a little too intense for me. I'm not a fan of like, let's give every character 5 names with 15 consonants. Like, it's just not fun. But I really, really enjoyed Fourth Wing. I did also put in that I did a YouTube binge. I love to YouTube binge Plan With Me's on Mondays. A lot of them get dropped on Mondays. And then I just used the sorting hat and the script from the bundle that says tired as F because I was exhausted. And I did clean the house a little bit also. Not as much as I should have, but a little bit. So then on Tuesday, I started my new medication, and honestly, I slept so well. And I was convinced it was because of the new meds, but it might just be that I had like resigned to have a good first day back with students. And I actually did. I had a really good first day back. Um, so this is me just plugging in all of the different little things and labels that I wanted to use. I did do speech therapy on Tuesday. That was really the majority of my day. I had an eligibility meeting, which I was a little nervous about because I wasn't qualifying a student, but for good reason because they didn't need me. So that was on the 7th. And then I had to do a duty. Well, I didn't have to do it actually. The teacher that I was doing the duty for had her appointment canceled, so I didn't need to cover her duty. But I got to meet this adorable little puppy whose name happened to be Scooter, which is my cat's name. And he was so cute, it made me question like whether or not we should get a dog. um, but anyway, so that was the eligibility and then meeting Scooter. And then I did get Pinkies for dinner because my husband was coming home, and he did come home. Yay! His flight got in while I was at work, so I couldn't pick him up. But I did. I was like, let's start the new year out right with some really good food. So I got some Pinkies veggie chili and all this other stuff. I also got some Happy Mail. That was the Pink Diamond Planner Co. Happy Meal that I have been waiting for since October. So I was really excited about that. That speech therapy sticker is from the sticker party, and I have a really hard time actually finding a good place to use these. So this worked relatively well in that space. I did mark that I did a Harry Potter binge because I was watching the Fantastic Beasts series. So by Wednesday, I finished the final one that had just come out. I had another eligibility IEP meeting, which took up the majority of my morning. And then, of course, I did do speech therapy for the rest of the day. I used a flag to mark that I did a speech screening. That script is custom from uh, Planner, and then the little anything that's Sunset Hollow came right from the bundle. It was Wednesday, so I went to Publix and got groceries and sushi for us. And then I just marked that I showered in the evening and took some meds. So that is the first half of the week, and it just looks stunning. Okay. And then this extender kept popping up, which was really bugging me. It was like, I need you to stay down. Um, so on Thursday, I went back to my other school, and I used the little playing card sticker to mark that I did session prep. And I used the work sticker from the foil bundle and a Carly Plans conversation heart to mark that I did do speech therapy. I had the work script, so I wanted to use it. I did have an appointment with my principal to go over the observation. And in the middle of that appointment, where I got such high praise, like it was such a nice meeting. I felt so good after that meeting. But in the meeting, she found out from the district that we were going to have a snow day the next day, which was like the best news ever. So and I even said, like, do you need to end this meeting early to deal with all the snow day stuff? Because it's a catalyst. You have to inform all the teachers and everything. And she was like, nope, let's finish the meeting. She's amazing. I love my principal. But that was really exciting. So then I had a department meeting right after that. So I used a little once more with love sticker to mark that. And I said, I'm not going to say anything about the snow. And she's like, oh no, it went out. Everybody knows. So that was really exciting. But I used the little heart to mark snow day. Um, so that was going to be fun. So it was going to be a short first week back, which is always the best. Then I came home, and um, Frank and I have not been watching TV while we eat dinner, and I think that has changed a lot for us. Like, it's just been so great. So I did watch like one episode. We watched the Abbott Elementary episode of the day when the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia cast joins and it was really funny. So I should have used my Abbott Elementary sticker there, and then I had a Google Meet session with my friend Lynette on Thursday night, and that was great. So then the 10th was Friday, and I did have that snow day, so I marked that with a once more with love sticker and a day off script from the bundle. I did sleep in. I let myself sleep in an extra hour, which was really, really nice. And that bunny that says working from home is from Teddy Plans. Then because I slept in and I didn't have my normal routine, I completely forgot to put the trash bin out. And my husband didn't do it either because he was on a meeting. And so that was kind of a bummer, but not a big deal because it's so cold in our garage that the garbage won't have time to smell this week. So that was great. So I did forget the trash. I did have one virtual eligibility IEP meeting at 11, and we were able to hold it, which was great. I did get a call from my mom. She was like all in a panic about something, and I think I was able to help her. I can't remember. Um, and then Frank and I have been watching this show called Your Honor, which is really good, but really, really dark and intense. But it's become like our Friday night show that we watch together. So that is really cool. On Saturday, I woke up early and started reading more of Fourth Wing. So I used the little Carly Plans Kindle and the script from the bundle to mark that. Um, I did. I had also started watching this show that I absolutely love called The Decameron on Netflix. It's a comedy set during the Black Plague, and it's fantastic. And so I put it on, and my husband had to do some work because he's been working every single day basically for the last 2 months, including weekends, which sucks. But I put the show on in the background. It was really fun. Then I went upstairs and did some planning, and I used a Snuggle. That sticker is from Stick with the Plan Co. And we did get takeout. I forget what we had, but we watched Almost Famous, and that was really good. And then we just kind of hung out together and relaxed in front of the fireplace, and that sticker is from Once More with Love. And then the cats came and joined us. It was really sweet. It was just like a nice, cozy evening, perfect for January weather. So then on Sunday, we just relaxed and hung out. I have two scripts with couples, snuggling. The first one, it just says relax on the script. And then the second one, it says mental effing breakdown because this conversation, we just started talking and the conversation turned into like we were just discussing all of the things that stressed us out. And we weren't mad at each other or anything, but it was just like pillow talk conversation, debriefing. And that was kind of nice. So even though it's like a negative script, it's really actually nice. And then we came downstairs and I made, oh, I put that on sideways. Whoops. But I was able to get it off, mostly intact. Then I came downstairs and we made breakfast together. The avocado was not cooperating, but we did have um, some meal prep. And then I just marked that I was wearing a cozy sweater. My Rent the Runway came, and so I was wearing this like really warm sweater, and it was super cute. I did do some laundry, and I just marked that I filmed and uploaded some planner videos. I marked that I did a workout, but really all I did was walk around the neighborhood. And then I did a bunch of session notes for work. So here is the full second half of the week. You can see that slow pan up and down. I just love the way this came out. It's just so fabulous and shiny and lovely. So here is the final finished 2-page spread in my planner. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed. It looks so good. I love everything about this. This might be my favorite, and it's only week 2. So I'm going to keep them coming. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for the next Plan With Me video coming your way ASAP. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.